Hey guys, first and foremost, I must tell you, before I start talking about the topic, I want to give this message to all those atheists, haters, Dravidians, and people who have this opinion about Brahmins. Don't worry, I'm not going to say anything that's going to hurt your feelings or sentiments or your belief. This is going to be nothing about all that. I'm just going to talk about, how I grew up in a very orthodox family and what are all the things that we do and what are all the things that we follow and what are all these superstitious beliefs that we did. So those are the only things that we're going to do. So don't worry, I'm not going to hurt your feelings. So first and foremost, what is being Tambrahm? This word recently came into trend, and I think this is the only time when Iyengars and Iyers have united together. And for those of you who don't know Iyers and Iyengars, Iyers are Shiva devotees and Iyengars are Vishnu devotees. So some of these Tamil people who are Iyers and Iyengars, they call themselves the Tambrahm. So that's that. So first thing I must tell you, I don't know what it is to be being brought up in a Christian family or Muslim family. So I don't think I'll be able to do any comparisons about that. But I can talk about being brought up in a Hindu family, Brahmin family, a Tambrahm family. So, so the first thing is I want to talk about being in a Tambrahm family is about eating egg and non-veg items. I said egg and non-veg items because egg is neither veg nor non-veg. So I'm leaving it to a discussion here. So I am pretty sure that all of you Tambrahms would be like eating egg now like me and would claim it to be, calling it a healthy diet, healthy food and something like that. And for all those who are eating chicken, mutton, beef and any of the non-veg items, will be saying it's because my friend asked me to do and it's very tasty. And I mean, okay, I didn't start eating all those stuff. I only eat egg. So I mean, we all have gone through that part, being a Brahmin and eating non-veg items. There's no right or wrong. I mean, this is something that your parents or your grandparents have suggested you to do. Okay, so it's not that you have to do. It's your life, your decision. So it's up to you. And I mean, I do want to stop eating egg, but somehow I've become very fond of egg, and I don't know. I can't stop it. So the next thing I want to talk about being a Tambrahm is this concept called Upanayanam and Sandhyavandanam. This is one thing that I find very amusing. Like, let's assume that it's going to be a 50% people. Okay, all the 100% of Brahmin, I'm pretty sure there'll be like at least 75 to 80% of these, boys will be having this sacred ceremony. So what will happen is, once this guy, has the sacred Poonal, so for the next few months or probably even few years, he'll be very regular. He'll be doing Sandhyavandanam in the morning, Madhyavandanam in the afternoon, and evening. So it's like three times in a day he'll be doing it. But eventually, what happens is he becomes too busy and he won't even be able to do it once in a day. But I'm pretty sure that he'll be doing it once in a year, and that is the day when we call it as Avanya Vittam. So where we have to change our poonals and right? And talk about poonals. I mean, come on, this is one of the most disturbing experience for all the Tambrahms, especially Iyengars, because Iyers have this thin poonal and we have Iyengars, that is, Iyengars have this thick poonal. So every time we wear like any modern attire, the poonal will come hanging out here and you have to put your hand in and do all these awkward stuff. Disturbing, but yeah, perks of being a Tambrahm, right? So that's that. And every time you attend some function, it's like you'll be all very happy face and all that stuff. But when you come back home and if you end up becoming a very sick person, what happens is your parents will assume that too many people have kannivechified you and they'll put drishti. Some people have this salt and I don't know what they do, and some people have this lemon and some people have just an aarti. But they do that and they say Ella Kanu Mela Patanchu and stuff like that. So that is that. And one of the most common thing I believe most of these Tambrahm people follow is the black cat coming in front of you. it's a sign of a negative, it's a negative omen, and maybe if you continue to proceed doing it, you'll end up doing something bad. And that's not the only thing. And what people do is, whenever I'm going out and I'm going to talk with some friend or something, that person will be asking, where are you going? So then I'll start this big history lesson and why you should not ask a person where he's going. It's a very bad thing. It's like that person will not come back, blah blah blah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that half of us have stopped believing it. It's nice. I mean, it's like, see, like I said again, it's up to you. It's entirely up to you whether you want to follow these superstitions and beliefs. It's up to you. It's not that you have to do. Nobody is forcing you to do. And if anybody is forcing you to, I'm pretty sure that there would have been people who have been living in the 60s and 50s era. Even the parents are pretty cool right now. At least I'm hoping. So that is that, and there are a lot of things, being a Tambrahm, and the list is like too big. If I just go on and on, but one of the most favorite thing for me being a Tambrahm, I'm not sure if everybody still does that. When I was in school, probably since 6th grade, even till my 12th grade, I will never ever take anything else for lunch. It's only curd rice and vegetables. Okay, and my breakfast will be paruppu sadam. I used to say pappu sadam, now I'm big enough to call it paruppu sadam. So paruppu sadam with vegetables will be my breakfast, and my lunch will be thair sadam with some vegetable. So this was the routine life, and I hope this is the routine life for so many of you, Tambrahm people. So one of the questions I would like to pose here is, I always have this doubt, every time when I'm some function, any function, a new house or some marriage or anything of that, they say valadu kaal munadi eduthukanum, take it in your right hand. So all that is fine. They say right is good and all these stuff. So what if you're a left-handed person? I know so many of the people who are left-handed. In fact, one of my cousins is a left-handed person. So I don't know. It's like, this is something that I don't know why people still follow it. It's all up to you. So left-handed, right-handed, why all those signs? I know being a Tambrahm has a lot of pressure, right? See, if I'm going to not do something, I'm pretty sure my age people are not going to even mind if I'm not doing it. But these old people, tatas, parties, they might get upset, and we don't want them to get upset. We want to make them happy. We want to make them proud. To what ends? You have to follow all these rules and all. And it's very... I mean, I live in this area called Westmambalam. At least I used to live few years back. So Westmambalam is like this miniature version of Mylapore, but I would say it's much more worse than Mylapore, because Mylapore you don't have many temples. In Westmambalam, literally every 2 streets will be having some temple or the other, and it's not just Ayyar temple or an Iyengar temple. There'll be a Puliyar Koil, there'll be a Perumal Koil, there'll be an Ambal temple, there'll be Sai Baba temple, there'll be Murugan temple. In fact, in one street itself there'll be 3-4 temples. So it's like, one of the most... It used to be my hobby. I don't know, I'm just going to call it a hobby. So it's like, I'll go on Monday, I'll do some ritual, some puja to one god, Tuesday to one god, Thursday to one god. In fact, in the same temple, different days to different sannadhis. Being Tambrahm, it's everybody thinks it's very easy to be a Brahmin. You are like these most, they call themselves the most dominating society class and all that is... No, my God, trust me, it's easy to be a non-Brahmin. Maybe, I'm just assuming, maybe it's easier to be a Christian or something. I mean, if you're a Christian, you only have to visit the church on a Sunday. But if you're a Brahmin, you have to attend on all these festivals, some special Friday, Good Friday. They have all these different things, Margari and different, I don't know. I know, small bits here and there. So let's hope, but one thing I'm pretty sure, see, it's all up to you. The last thing I just want to tell you again and again is, see, we have been following something that our grandparents have also been following for, since so many years and all. So you don't have to follow all that, and there is no hard and fast rule that this has to be done, this should not be done. It's all your perspective and your belief. So and don't superimpose your principles on someone else. For example, one of the most I hate this, every day morning. I used to play cricket, and so every day morning I used to wake up at 5 and go to cricket coaching and also. But my parents wake at 4:35. They'll have JR TV 1 hour, Vijay TV 1 hour, Suprabhadam, some sogam, some guy, some rishi saying some devotional things. So there was a time when I was forced to watch this and then go to cricket. Okay, so what I'm saying is, let's not be those kind of a parents. I'm not telling my parents are bad or something. My parents are definitely drawn and given me all this. I'm pretty sure you all know how much I've talked about my parents already. So if you are like born and brought up in a Tambrahm family, one thing I would request you all is not to force your kids, future kids, and all these, follow these rules and regulations and all. Just tell them about the beauty of the culture and how much importance it has, and how much virtues and values it can teach you. So that's the only thing that you could do, and be a responsible Tambrahm, and if possible, try to follow all these superstitions and all. Alright. So have a nice day, and we'll catch you soon.